But they take you down in a cave, and I don't know how they did it, but they have boats that they put in the bottom of those caverns. And when you get way down in the earth, there is a lake. I mean, it's deep. It's like a swimming hole down there. And you begin to look and you see life. And you think, how can there be life in such darkness? You look closer, and the tour guide said, notice the fish. Look along at the fish. I don't know how fish got down in the bottom of a cave, but there were fish swimming. And he said, notice their eyes. They're all blind. Blind fish. And then he said, notice the little salamander. And I remember looking down at a little animal that looked like a lizard with legs. And they said it's blind too. You see, if that fish were brought up into the sunlight, it would see like the rest of us. It wouldn't be blind. If that salamander had been brought up to the earth on top and seen the beautiful sunlight, it wouldn't be blind either. But you see, all it knows is darkness. You know, we're surrounded, church, by people who are blind. They're blind because of the sin of this world, and they think it's normal. I talked to my daughter a while back, and I said, you know, Kristen, one of the biggest regrets that I had my whole life. She said, Dad, I know. You don't have to say it. It's my eyesight. Yep. You see, when we had that little baby girl, man, our lives changed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been there. You know what it's like to have that little baby in that bassinet next to the bed, and you finally both went to sleep, and it's quiet. It's like heaven. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear a sound like this. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And you lay there real still. As a matter of fact, you don't even breathe. Maybe she'll go back to sleep. A minute or two later, I hear another. I roll over in bed and look at my wife, and I go. Silence. All of a sudden, oh Lord. And then I hear, it's your turn. You see, when you bring that baby home, they send you a kit. Now this has nothing to do with what I was planning on saying, but I'm just going to say it. They send you home with a baby kit. They send you home with some formula. They send you home with some diapers and some baby wipes. They send you home with a round thing that's pointy on the end that, you know, you suck the stuff out of their nose when they get crusty up there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's call it what it is, a booger getter. That's what it is. Matter of fact, with my wife, when we had Kristen, she said, look, I'm going to let you take care of the baby. I'm going shopping for just a little bit. She said, just only thing I say, don't let her sit here in one of them old nasty stinky diapers full. I said, I can take care of that. And anyway, she's gone, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. When she walked in the door, I could tell she was mad. She glared at me because she could smell it. She said, I told you not to let her sit here in a full diaper of that stuff. I said, look, don't blame me. I read that box. It said 8 to 10 pound capacity. There's not 4 pounds in there yet. We're still. But anyway, when we come home, we had all those things, you know, that they send you. Didn't know babies come with an instruction booklet, but they did. All the things we had to do. And we faithfully, every appointment we made. We did everything we were told to do. But all of a sudden, one day, Kristen was in first grade. And her teacher said, Tom, it's like Kristen's struggling to see. I said, what? She said, yeah, I moved her closer to the board. She may need glasses. So we took her to the ophthalmologist that works with kids. A kid-thamologist, or whatever they call it. And you see, nobody told me, Troy, that I needed to take her to an eye doctor. If they would have said that, we did everything else. And I'll still never forget it. Dr. Hand examined her eyes. He said her one eye is kind of like out of round. And he said her vision's bad in that eye. I said, well, what can you do? You know what I mean? When you go to the doctor, you say, well, what can you do? He's got to know what to do. And he said, well, her eye will always be like that. She's going to have to wear glasses. And then he said those words. You know, if you would have brought her in 6 months ago, I could have put a patch on her eye. And it would have straightened up. Man, Brother Allen, I still live with that. Nobody told me. You see, Kristen didn't complain, but she thought everybody saw what she did. When Jesus healed the blind man, the Bible said that he reached down and, oh my goodness, spit in the clay, made a mud pie. Well, that ain't the way we made mud pies. It's just with clean water. He made it with spit and clay. And put it in the guy's eyes, and he said, how do you see? Oh, I see better. What do you see? He said, I see men walking around and they look like trees. But Jesus, it's an improvement. Well, he didn't say those exact words, but he said, I see men walking around that look like trees. Jesus said, come on back here. Let's put a little more in. And you know what happened? He was healed. You see, people that are in darkness, church, they don't know they're blind. Because they've not ever seen the light. Do you hear what I'm saying this morning? That light. Jesus said in His Word, while I am in the world, I am the light of the world. But then He went on to say, you, my disciples, are the light of the world. Did you know that we are the only Jesus